Hi everyone! I'm finally back with another edition of the American Chess Magazine Puzzle Calendar. I know it's been a while since I last recorded. I'm also using a new recording app, so things will probably look a bit different. For one thing, I haven't figured out how to record with just the video and no screen, so I'm just going to be doing the intro in front of the first puzzle. But yeah, this is the first puzzle for Monday, August 7th. It was composed by Alexander Pitok in the year 1961. Again, all the puzzles in this series are white to move, mate in 2. If you want to try to solve this puzzle for yourself, then go ahead and pause the video here. For me, this puzzle had a difficulty rating of 2 out of 10 and a satisfaction rating of 4.5 out of 5. So by habit, I start by checking with the forcing moves, and the most forcing move is obviously knight to e4 double check. And now the king is forced to run somewhere. The only legal move is king to c4. And then after white plays queen f7, this is actually mate, because the queen cannot block because it's being pinned, and the king has no other escape squares. So while this puzzle might seem fairly simple as long as you check the forcing moves, the thing is in artistic puzzles, a lot of the times we overlook the forcing moves because we assume that it's not the right answer. In this case, it just happens to be like that, so therefore the puzzle is a bit easier. One move I did consider for a little bit was queen to f7, with the idea of cutting off the king's escape square and threatening queen to c7 checkmate. Unfortunately, here black has queen takes e2 check though, and white cannot block with mate. Honestly, I'm not really sure what other ways white could try to give mate in 2. As long as you check the forcing moves first, then this puzzle should be fairly simple. This was the puzzle for Tuesday, August 8th. It was composed by Leon Zettel in the year 1941. Again, if you want to solve the puzzle for yourself, then go ahead and pause the video here. For me, this puzzle had a difficulty rating of 3 out of 10 and a satisfaction rating of 5 out of 5. Here, my first thought was just to play rook takes g6 check because, again, forcing moves first. But unfortunately, after black plays king to e7, the king now has many escape squares that white probably won't be able to cover them all and give mate on the next turn. So I thought it's probably really important to control this e7 square. And the most obvious way to do that is by playing rook to h7, threatening rook takes g6. This actually took me a long time to refute. If king to e6, then rook g6 is mate. But I've overlooked the simple king takes g5. And after this, black's king is escaping, or at least for one more turn. So white has to watch out for black's resource of king takes g5, and luckily the next move I consider covered that threat. Bishop to b4 doesn't allow king takes g5 because bishop e7 is mate. After king e6, rook takes g6 is still checkmate, and if black tries to move one of the pawns, then rook takes g6 is also checkmate. All in all white has to do is figure out a different way to cover the e7 square after finding the resource king takes g5 for black. This was the puzzle for today, August 9th. It was composed by Remo Collapsel in the year 1921. Again, if you want to solve the puzzle for yourself, then go ahead and pause the video here. For me, this puzzle had a difficulty rating of 5 out of 10 and a satisfaction rating of 5 out of 5. So immediately I was drawn to the idea of rook takes d6. However, after black takes, the king can run to e5. Therefore, we know that covering the e5 escape square is key. Also, there is some element of perhaps zugzwang here, because the e-pawn is being pinned and the c-pawn can't move for a fear of allowing rook takes d6. Therefore, a logical move like knight f7 kind of makes sense, covering e5. Now if black takes, rook takes d6 is mate. However, black does have one other legal move, which is king to d4. And after king d4, white doesn't have mate in 1 because black's pawn is still guarding the knight. Therefore, we have to find something different. And the best way to cover this d4 square and the e5 square simultaneously is by playing bishop to g7. Now if c takes b6, rook takes d6 is still mate. If king to e5, then here white has rook to f5, double checkmate. And if king to d4, then white has rook f takes d6, double checkmate. Because once again the e-pawn is pinned, black has no other legal moves, therefore they will be forced into a zugzwang mate. Oh, actually I forgot one move, which is king takes c6, but then white can play bishop takes e4 mate, because now the knight is being pinned. So no matter what black plays after bishop g7, they will be mated on the next turn. I forgot to record the conclusion of the last puzzle, and I still haven't figured out how to record just the camera, so we're just going to do this conclusion while facing a nice blank board. But anyway, the puzzles for this week, I feel like they were a bit easier than normal, so it's nice to get an ease in back to the recording schedule. I hope you enjoyed these puzzles, and I'm hopefully going to figure out how to use this OBS Studio thing. But as always, if you enjoyed my content, please like and subscribe, and that's all for today. Bye!